How's it going? Just making sure everything is working before I get started. That looks good. And we'll go live. How's it going? Looks good. I've got two things to try today. Got some cookies. Tate's Bake Shop, and then Bai drink. I'm going to start with the drink because it's cold, and then we can pop these open. This is a live stream, so I'll try to respond to any comments that I see after my little presentation. But yeah, I'm multi-streaming as well. So 3 different platforms. Okay. That's good. First up, take a look at this Bai. It's wonderful, or Wonder Water. Let's take a look at this Bai Zambia Bing Cherry drink. And they say it's Wonder Water. Not sure what that means, but we can go over the nutrition facts. Contains 1% juice, 10 calories, 140 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of total sugars. Then for the ingredients, we've got filtered water, malic acid, citric acid, cherry and blackberry juice concentrates. That's the 1% juice, most likely. And potassium citrate, sea salt, vegetable and fruit juice concentrates for color. And then ascorbic acid, vitamin C, tea extract, stevia extract. That's a sugar alternative. Low calorie, of course. And then natural flavors, coffee, fruit extract, monk fruit extract. That's also another sugar alternative. That's low calorie. These two were, quote unquote, the more healthier options in those types of sweeteners. But do your own research, of course. And then we've also got zinc sulfate. And this does have 55 milligrams of caffeine per bottle. It says like a 12-ounce cup of tea. So it has caffeine in it. I'm going to show you all up close what it looks like. There's that. Nice little picture on it. Cherry flavored antioxidant beverage is what they call it. And this is 18 fluid ounce, 530 milliliters. And they've got some marketing material. I'm not going to bother reading those. Then there's our nutrition facts. 1% juice. 140 milligrams of sodium's a little bit on the high side for a drink. Actually, a lot on the high side. Unless it's like an energy drink. I mean, sports drink. There's the ingredients again. Got the things to take note of, obviously, the sweeteners, so stevia and monk fruit. Does have a little bit of juice in it. And then the caffeine content, of course. It says shake well. All right, we should be good on that. There is a little design on the top. I'll follow their instructions. Let's pop it open. Here we go. Nice color to it. Looks good. With the color, it does say Vegetable and fruit juice concentrates for color. So that's good. It's not any artificial color. All right, let's do a smell test. Oh, I'll give you a zoom in first. Camera's struggling a little bit to focus on this. Oops. Here we go. Yeah, sweet, fruity smell to it. And this is the Bai Zambia Bing Cherry. Let's try it out. I definitely taste the sugar alternatives. Both stevia and monk fruit have a very distinct flavor to me. It's not bad. I'm used to it at this point. But if you're going in here expecting the sweetness to taste like table sugar, it's not going to taste like that. It's got a little bit of tartness. Of course, the sweeteners. It does taste like a cherry. For what it is, I think it tastes pretty decent. Obviously, it's low calorie. Yeah. And you've got enough flavor here that you could drink it with ice. I think it'd be fine. It wouldn't water it down too much. You still have a taste of something in the drink if you put ice in it, which isn't always the case. There's a lot of drinks that they're like those essence of drinks that wouldn't really work with adding water, but this one I think is fine. Actually, did it say that if it had? Oh, it does have potassium, vitamin C, and zinc. So the potassium is 160 milligrams, 4% of your daily value. Vitamin C, 14 milligrams, 15%. And zinc, 1.8 milligrams, 15%. So it does have a few vitamins in here as well. Flavor is a personal preference thing, but I think it tastes pretty decent for what it is. I like the cherry flavor. And the sweeteners are fine for me. But I think you'll just have to try it out and see if you like the taste of it. Yeah. Other than that, I think it's pretty decent. I was looking at the Bai Zambia Bing Cherry drink. Next, we've got Tate's Bake Shop. These are soft baked cookies. The specific package is 8 ounce, 228 grams, 8 cookies in total. There's only one pack in this container, but I wanted to at least show it, try it. That's why it's probably a little bit more compressed than a fully packed one would be. Anyways, let's see if I can properly read this stuff. Maybe I can just, no. I think I need to expand it to be able to read it. Or I can just show it on the screen. Try to read it from the other screen. So, nutrition facts, 130 calories. And all of the text is too hard for me to read from here. But 7 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, 25 milligrams of cholesterol, 160 grams of sodium, 17 grams of total carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of dietary fiber, 10 grams of total sugars, 1 gram of protein. It does have trace amounts of vitamin D, iron, potassium, and calcium. And then the ingredients, we've got unbleached enriched flour, which is a mix of different ingredients, semi-sweet chocolate chips, also quite a few ingredients in here, invert sugar, butter, sugar, palm oil, eggs, brown sugar, natural flavor, vegetable glycerin, salt, whey, cornstarch, and baking soda. And it says it contains wheat, milk, eggs, and soy. May contain tree nuts, so definitely not a safe one for the larger group of allergens, potential allergens. It says made in the USA. And then we've got a little description of their company on the back. Kathleen King started when an 11-year-old Kathleen King baking cookies to sell to her parents' farm stand. All right. In Southampton. Cool. I'll show this on screen real quick so you can see for yourself. We got our nutrition facts. Yep. Oh, that's for one cookie. 130 calories for one cookie. There's 8 servings, 8 cookies in here, usually. But I have half a package in this case, which is irrelevant to the review, but yeah. We've got the little message about the company. Trying to hold it steady. Anyways. So this is what it'll come in with 2 of these packages, I think. Yeah. It's nice that it separates them a little bit to keep them fresher. Yeah. Got 4 cookies per package. And there's going to be 2 of those inside the main package. That's what they look like. So 130 calories for one of these. I don't know how that relates to cookies in general. Seems pretty calorie dense. So these are soft bake ones. I can tell that they're soft. Trying not to destroy it in my hand when I'm showing it. Yeah. Oh, there goes a crumb into my keyboard. That's what it looks like. Do a little zoom in. Yeah, they're pretty. You can make a mess easily with these. It's very bright. So we can block some of the light. Let's do a little break test. There you can see the cross section. Looks pretty good. All right, let's try these out. I have to go fishing for that piece that fell into my keyboard. Again, these are the Tate's Bake Shop soft baked cookies. Very easy to make a mess. Not too bad. It's a very easy way to consume a lot of calories. They seem relatively small, but 130 calories for just this one cookie. I wouldn't say they're very sweet tasting either. It's more of a buttery type flavor. There's chocolate in there, but I don't really taste much of it. Definitely soft. Getting more of kind of like a general bitter flavor. I think they're pretty decent as a cookie, but there's a lot of calories in one little cookie. And I've definitely had better, honestly. So I know it's kind of a rough take. I think they're fine. They're, I mean, on the scale of cookies, I put it, manufactured in a bag container cookie type things that you get in the store. I put them in the middle. They're definitely not the worst thing ever, but I wouldn't go out of my way personally to get these considering the size and calorie count, but maybe I'm just not in tune with what cookies usually, like how many calories they usually have in them for big ones, which is probably quite a bit more than this. Yeah. I think they're fine. They taste pretty decent. I didn't really get a strong flavor of chocolate. And even with 130 calories, it didn't taste that sweet. So it says 10 grams of sugar for the one cookie. I mean, that could explain it. It's probably more. Let's see. Probably has a lot more fat content than some cookies, maybe because it's a soft bake type cookie. It says 7 grams total fat, 4 grams of saturated fat in one cookie. So, yeah, I think it's more, this type of cookie, it's more focused on fat content rather than sugar content, which all contribute to calorie count. But yeah, it's more of, if that makes sense, more of a savory type of mix of ingredients. So if you're into that rather than super sweet tasting cookies, I think this might be an interesting option for you. It does have whey, vegetable glycerin, brown sugar, eggs. I mean, the ingredients are nice. So that's good. I don't see any things to make it shelf stable, long term, which is good. Like no unnecessary things like that. Anyways, pretty decent. At least to me, it's all personal preference, right? So, and that was the Tate's Bake Shop soft baked cookies. Yeah. Cool. Right, I'm going to sign out of my Amazon and YouTube streams. See ya.